Electricians do not spend the whole day on one surface. Concrete, ladders, gravel, crawl spaces, rooftops, wet mechanical rooms. The wrong boot can make every part of that job harder. And the best boot for heavy industrial work is not always the best boot for the average electrician. For this comparison, we looked at electrical hazard protection, comfort, support, ladder stability, slip resistance, weight, waterproofing, durability, and value. Important safety note: an EH-rated boot provides secondary protection under dry conditions. It does not make energized work safe, and it does not replace lockout and tagout, insulated tools, dielectric protection, or proper electrical safety procedures. We compared manufacturer specifications, professional testing, long-term owner feedback, trade discussions, safety certifications, and repeated complaints. Then we scored every boot using the same work boot lab criteria. Starting at number 3 is the Danner Vicious 6-inch composite toe. This is the lightweight and agile option for service electricians who are constantly moving. The Danner Vicious feels more like a rugged hiking boot than a traditional industrial boot. That matters if your day includes service calls, crawl spaces, attics, driving, kneeling, and climbing in and out of a van. The composite safety toe gives impact protection without the weight and cold transfer of steel. The boot also uses Gore-Tex waterproofing, a full-grain leather upper, a Vibram slip-resistant outsole, rubber toe and heel guards, a TPU shank, and ASTM F2413 electrical hazard-rated construction. But the Danner has limits. Cemented construction means it normally cannot be resold. The cushioning can compress after extended heavy use. Some owners report fabric lace loop wear, and it does not offer the same rigid ladder support as heavier industrial boots. The Danner is excellent when mobility matters most, but our top pick solves a bigger problem, combining comfort, waterproofing, and resolable construction. Overall, the Danner Vicious earns a Work Boot Lab score of 8.5 out of 10. The Danner is built for mobility, but if your job puts you on iron ladders, industrial grating, rough gravel, and chemical-covered floors, our next boot is built for a completely different level of punishment. At number 2 is the Red Wing SuperSole 2.0, the heavy-duty industrial tank of this comparison. Its biggest strength is ladder support. The defined heel and rigid shank give you a more secure platform on narrow ladder rungs, metal grating, and industrial structures. This boot is also built for punishment. Thick Red Wing leather, a dual-density polyurethane supersole, oil resistance, abrasion resistance, a steel safety toe, electrical hazard-rated construction, and rebuildable long-term ownership. If you work in plants, substations, heavy maintenance, or rough industrial environments, the SuperSole makes sense. But there are trade-offs. The break-in can be long. The boot is considerably heavier than the Danner. Steel transfers more cold in winter, and the rigid design is less comfortable for constant kneeling. The Red Wing dominates on ladders and durability, but the average electrician may not need this much weight and stiffness every day. Overall, the Red Wing SuperSole 2.0 earns a Work Boot Lab score of 9.1 out of 10. The Red Wing is the strongest choice for punishing industrial environments. But most electricians spend more time walking and standing on concrete, plywood, and steel decking than they do climbing substations. Our top pick focuses on what the average electrician feels every minute of the workday. Our number 1 work boot for electricians is the Thorogood American Heritage 804-4210. The biggest reason is the MAX wear wedge sole. The flat platform spreads pressure across more of the foot instead of concentrating it under the heel. That helps with long shifts spent standing and walking on concrete and steel decking. The 804-4210 also combines a composite safety toe with certified electrical hazard protection. You get less cold transfer than steel, easier movement through metal detector facilities, and a composite shank for support. Then there is the construction. Full-grain oil-tanned leather, a waterproof membrane, removable shock-absorbing footbed, Goodyear storm welt, resolable construction, and union-made USA manufacturing with domestic and globally sourced components. It is not perfect. The wedge sole wears faster on gravel and coarse asphalt. It gives up some ladder rung security compared with a defined heel. Standard widths often fit narrow, and the leather toe can scuff during repeated kneeling. But for the average electrician, it offers the strongest overall balance. Overall, the Thorogood American Heritage earns our highest work boot lab score, 9.5 out of 10. Here is the final comparison. Choose the Danner Vicious if you are a mobile service electrician who prioritizes low weight, flexibility, and immediate comfort. Choose the Red Wing SuperSole 2.0 if you work in heavy industrial environments and need maximum ladder support, durability, and rebuildability. Choose the Thorogood American Heritage 804-4210 if you want the strongest overall balance of comfort, electrical hazard protection, waterproofing, construction quality, and long-term value. For most electricians, the Thorogood American Heritage 804-4210 is the work boot laptop pick. Which of these boots have you actually worn on electrical work? Did they help with foot fatigue, ladder comfort, or long shift support? Share your experience below. It may help another worker choose the right pair. Subscribe to the Work Boot Lab for more honest, research-driven work gear comparisons.